I always considered myself a pretty rational person, the type who never jumps to conclusions or lets paranoia get the better of me. But what happened in my house, it still keeps me awake at night. It all started with little things, small, almost unnoticeable at first. Food disappearing. My charger not being where I left it. Lights that were on when I was certain I'd turned them off. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I was being forgetful. Maybe I was just tired. But the noises, those were harder to explain. At night, lying in bed, I started hearing faint creaks. Not the normal settling noises of an old house. These were different. Slow, deliberate. Like footsteps. Sometimes it sounded like whispering, too soft to make out, but just loud enough to know it was there. One night, around 2:30 a.m., I woke up to the sound of a cabinet slamming shut downstairs. My heart was pounding. I convinced myself it was just something falling. Maybe a shelf shifted, maybe something tipped over. I stayed in bed, but then I heard footsteps. Soft, careful, but unmistakably footsteps. I grabbed a kitchen knife from my nightstand. Yeah, I kept one there ever since the noises started. I crept downstairs, turning on every light as I moved. Nothing. No one. Everything looked perfectly normal. The only thing out of place, my back door was unlocked. That shook me. I never leave it unlocked. Ever. The next day, I installed a small motion-activated camera in my living room. Just to ease my mind. I set it to alert me whenever it detected movement. That night, it sent me an alert at 3:12 a.m. I opened the app. At first, I thought it was a glitch. The feed was dark, grainy, but then I saw it. A figure. Crawling. On hands and knees. Moving from behind the couch toward the hallway that leads to the basement. I froze. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Someone was in my house. Right now. I locked my bedroom door, grabbed my phone, and called 911. I whispered to the operator, explaining what I saw. The dispatcher told me to stay quiet, stay locked in, and that officers were on the way. I sat there, shaking, holding the knife, staring at the camera feed. But the figure never came upstairs. I heard the police arrive, loud banging on the front door, them yelling, "Police! Open up!" I rushed to unlock my room and ran downstairs. They cleared the house quickly. I showed them the footage. When they opened the basement door, that's when things got worse. There was a small storage area under the stairs. One of the officers opened it, and there he was. A man, thin, filthy, curled up in the corner, holding a kitchen knife of his own. I'll never forget his face. Pale, greasy hair, hollow eyes like he hadn't slept in days. He didn't resist. He just muttered. I wasn't going to hurt him. I just needed a place. Turns out, he had broken into my house nearly 2 weeks earlier. He had been living in the crawl space under the basement stairs, sneaking out at night to take food, use the bathroom, and watch me. They found a pile of food wrappers, empty water bottles, and photos. Photos of me, sleeping, watching TV, sitting at my desk, taken from inside my house. The scariest part? One picture was from the inside of my bedroom closet, while I was asleep. I still live here, but I've installed locks on every door, motion detectors, and cameras in every corner. I check them religiously every night, because now I know the scariest things aren't ghosts or monsters. It's the people hiding where you'd never think to look.